This is Eve Sheldon with the Power of Tarot channel. We're going to take a look at the full moon, which is in Cancer, December 25th on Christmas Day. Now this is the first full moon on Christmas Day in, I believe, 38 years. So it has some significance there, as well as being the holiday that most people in the Western Hemisphere celebrate as the birth of Christ. Also, the winter solstice began on the 21st, and I believe completes its cycle, and the Earth actually, the days start to get longer on the 24th or the 25th here. It takes a few days for that turnaround to happen. It doesn't just happen on the 21st. So it's sort of like a double holiday here. So let's take a look at this full moon. I'm going to shuffle the tarot cards here and put some energy of this new full moon cycle and see what it's bringing to us in the way of gifts and challenges in this next month. We're going to do the Shining Star spread today, and that spread is like a wheel, and taking a look at the different aspects, physical, spiritual, mental, and emotional, of this next cycle. So the first position we're going to look at is what's going to happen in physicality, and this is starting today and also in the next month, the maturation of this cycle. So the first card we're looking at is the Queen of Batons, and here she is. Let's see if we can get a little picture of her. Very majestic and regal, holding her baton, which is like the wand, a magic wand. So she is the queen of spiritual nature. Queen is a master, so she has worked many different life experiences on her spiritual nature, and she has the cheetah at her side, so she has mastered spiritual nature, and that's at the bottom, holding up this whole wheel, and especially in physicality. So it's about all of us stepping into our mastery, our feminine mastery of spiritual nature. And she's very well matched with the card that's on the top. That's the Hierophant card. And here is the Hierophant. Here's what it looks like. Now, the Hierophant speaks of bringing the mystical or spiritual or metaphysical into our everyday life. And it's very appropriate that it's in this physical position. So the Hierophant is, for us in this next full moon cycle, is about walking the walk, bringing our spiritual nature, operating on the earth as a channel for spiritual energy, and infusing everything that you do in your physical everyday life with that spiritual nature. Super cool card. Very well paired with this Queen of Batons at the bottom. So bringing some feminine mastery of spiritual nature into walking the walk here. And that's for all of us, whether we're male or female, bringing more of that energy. And that Queen of Batons energy is the energy of the mother, but very fiery, spiritual. So super cool. Emotionally, at the bottom of the emotional position, we have the Queen of Swords, and here she is. And this Queen of Swords is a master because she is a queen, and swords represent the intellect and the mind, so she's very adept at using her intellect and mind. It's in the emotional position, so very good at using her mind to deal with emotional situations. That's the energy that's available for us. There is also an owl on this card, a bird of prey. So spirituality is present as she uses her mind. She's very balanced, and she is a master at that. So in other words, cutting through the emotional situation, the clouds of emotion, in a good way, using the intellect and the mind. At the top is the Knight of Swords. So there is the Knight. He is a more younger, more youthful, exuberant energy. As you can see, he's holding his sword up in the air. His horse has no bridle. And so he has a lot of power and a lot of youthful energy there. Maybe not a lot of wiseness or sagesse, as they say, as the Queen of Swords does. So emotionally, you're going to go back and forth between those two energies, using that mastery through the Queen of Swords emotionally, but also the Knight of Swords is a more rambunctious, sort of impulsive energy, can get a little reckless with his mind because that horse has no bridle. And so the mind can just tear off into different tangents. But it's for us to explore that energy. It's not a bad thing. but we're going to go back and forth between that, the mastery of that, and then that more impulsive energy, and using our mind and intellect to deal with our emotional state and stability. So the next position here is what's going on with our mind and intellect. We have the Nine of Cups here. So there's the Nine of Cups. It's a beautiful card. The cups represent emotion and also love. And the Nine of Cups is the wish card. That card is all about fulfillment of your most cherished wish, dream, and desire. Through using your mind, through right use of mind, that comes to you easily. So that's a very auspicious card to have there. It's very cool. And on the other side is also a real nice bonus card. 10 of Coins is there. So the coins talk about physical, sort of everyday life, money, work, things like that. They represent the earth. They're a very grounded card. So part of our most cherished wish, dream, and desire is to bring forth into our more mental, but all the experience of our life, success, very grounded success in the material physical world. We are going to have that. So that's very cool. Six of Coins is here in the spiritual position. Here's the card. So that's a success card with money and work. So we are going to have spiritual success, and it will come through our work. The Peace card is at the top of the spiritual position. As you can see, these two gentlemen are holding these swords. The Peace card can also be about making a decision between two, successfully making that decision and feeling very good about it, coming to peace. There's two things coming together, coming to peace with things. So coming to peace and having success spiritually is there. That's there for us. So all these positions, everything is super positive. A lot of great, positive, forward-moving energy with this full moon cycle. For outcome, we have the Five of Batons card is there. That's the Strife card. Here it is. And you can see the two guys there are going head to head and toe to toe, doing battle, back and forth. It can be inner battle. It doesn't have to be battle. It can be battle between two parts of your own self. It's kind of doing battle, though, for the fun of it and having success, but going through the process of duking it out, you know. So that's an outcome card. Right next door is a Seven of Cups. And there it is. Seven of Cups is the card of pattern breaking. It can be the card of breaking just patterns that no longer serve us. So it can be the card of breaking patterns of addiction to physical things, also just responses and things that are just old habits that no longer serve us. So it's next to the Strife card, so that's significant. We're going to have some back and forth about breaking those patterns with eventual success, but there's a little bit of a struggle there. They're crossed by the Queen of Cups, and that's our final outcome card here with this full moon cycle. And the Queen of Cups, she's a master, and she's a master of spiritual nature, but also love specifically and emotion. Working all this energy, moving through that feeling of strife about dropping old patterns is going to help us step more fully into our Queen of Cups energy, which is being a master of love and emotional nature. And we all hold that energy within us. It's there, ready to come out and have us express it. So this full moon is really going to help us express this Queen of Cups energy. So a really wonderful cycle, and not too much work in the growth, but very, very well supported. So have fun with this full moon.